opponents, you will be thrown out of your feet. And that's what normally happens against these teams that aren't constantly sparring against Bren Esports. Maybe there should be a way for teams to acclimate themselves against this type of playstyle in general.
And as we've said,
Warza. Come on, lock it up.
Lock it in.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, just go for it. Just change the meta right now, please, Bren Esports.
Come on.
We want to see a Farsa in this MPL Season 2 group stage.
Come on.
Please, just
you know you can. You know you can. 7 seconds.
Just do it. Just do it, please.
You know you can.
Okay, they will still go for the Lunox.
Lunox.
Okay, it's a good standalone hero that you can just pick. And WRS Alliance, they still have the 2-pick setup here. It is an advantage. It's more coveted for like these kinds of games. Because if you think about it, you only have 4 bans on heroes. So that gives you a lot of space to get your setups. Now, this is a good setup. Oshita Rek and Ramen going for their Kaya and the Grok.
Yeah, Kaya Grok, a very good 1-2 punch combination. But as for Bren Esports, they are gonna stick with the traditional attack.
No,
they are considering it. But you do know Bren Esports, they like to hover on heroes, you know. So I've learned through the group stages that when Bren drafts, you just have to wait until they actually lock him down. But they will get the Beleric this time.
And
of course, a very good sort of a fighter-ish kind of a hero. I don't know how they play it though, because when I see it in rank play, it's kind of that long drawn team fights where this Beleric kind of
team is picking.
And wow,
kind of arises.
Yeah, and a Bane.
Are we gonna see some good hooks right now?
It's the octopus action just
there,
and you know. Yeah, it's a good way to zone out the heroes coming out from Bren, but Bren here,
it's a total.
Okay, I haven't seen an Estes in a very long time.
I haven't seen an Estes period.
Okay, because I've seen the Estes way back season 1 or 2.
Your team is
season 1 qualifier, I think.
No. Season 1, as in MPL.
Oh, MPL's the
Mobile Legends Season
1. That's right.
Yeah. I haven't seen this hero for a very long time. I've seen it on other tournaments that happen here in the Philippines. But
when I think you were traveling back then.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since. But are we gonna see a Layla though? Okay.
I mean, if there's
okay. I'm not against the hero.
Okay, they are.
They're gonna go for the Rafaela.
Rafaela, man.
But dude, come on.
Rafaela.
I mean, where's the damage gonna come from? I mean, when they take down Nate here, where's the damage gonna come from? I know Bane has good damage, but if you think about it, it seems to me that WRS Alliance, they want to drag out this. They want to drag out the team fights.
I don't know. It's not advisable against the Beleric. It's never advisable against the Lunox nor the Martis. And the damage is just not gonna come out from WRS Alliance. They only have the Harley. Harley can only do so much on his lonesome. I get it. There's a ton of sustain. There's a ton of crowd control from WRS Alliance, but what is that gonna do if you don't have the damage?
Yeah.
That's a very questionable move for me for WRS Alliance.
And if you think about it, they do have the Estes. So an
that is
extended team fight, I think they have the better sustain, to be honest.
Between the Rafaela and the Estes, I agree with you.
If they went for a marksman last pick,
that would have made a lot of sense, right?
But a support last pick against these 3 bruisers, I mean, they do have the Grok. I'm not saying that the damage output is bad. They do have the Grok, they have the power of nature to bank on for the early team fights. But what happens if this game drags into the late game?
And I think even in the mid game, they are going to be having a lot of problems because Bren Esports, they are not that kind of team that will willingly give in to a disadvantage fight. What I mean is, Bren Esports, they're not going to take the fight for sure until the latter stages of the game.
And that's what we said earlier. They are very smart in terms of taking their fights, knowing when to fight, knowing when to back down, and knowing when to invade with enemy's jungle.
This is weird, but
Yeah.
let's see how it will pan out. Game number 2 of a best of 3 series. Of course, Bren Esports versus WRS Alliance for those who have just tuned in. Now Kenzu in a quite a bad spot. I don't think he has got the flicker, so this might mean that the grapple is gonna go down. Ramen uses his.
And they just punish the guy, like straight up.
Straight up punish the guy.
I mean, Pain here has a skill. Did you see that AoE? That
Yeah.
certain AoE? If you step on that, you get slowed.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a big.
And the thing is, Ramen, Rek, and Kenzu, they're actually tanky heroes. And if you're a tanky hero, that means you don't really have a dash, except for the Kaya.
That's right.
But at the same time, if you're Rek and Kenzu and you get inside of that circle, you are gonna pay the price.
Oh, look at the damage they are dealing onto Bane. Another thing that you have to be scared of about this Lunox is his incredible range. Incredible range on a kill zone. You know, you understand what I mean, but let's talk about it later. Look at the again the circle. As Rek can't even after using his dash, he was taken out. There could be a dive onto Snow this time. 4 members, they are juggling the tower aggro. Look at how good they are in terms of these fights. And again, this might be the time where the Estes can be successful. Just look at how much heals he can dish out.
And they're just planning to go for it, but they don't really have enough firepower to take down the side of Bren right now. And they might actually just go for the steal, but
No.
the card trick won't
Not
really
enough.
do work.
And there's the dive in from Bren Esports. We thought that they will not take it to the late game, but no, they don't want to. The Akai ultimate shutting down Rek. Rek is going to be taken out. Kill spree already. Bren Esports, they jump in, they take out another. That's Akaya down. And it seems like Bren Esports, they're picking apart WRS Alliance just by sheer amount of outplay.
And look at this, WRS Alliance, they should be the ones forcing the aggro and forcing the pickups, but the score right now tells you otherwise. 5-0 favoring the side of Bren.
It's very hard to play in this kind of game where you don't know what exactly is the playstyle for an Estes, for example. And it's all about diving and, you know, outnumbering your opponents. And even through the dives, you always win the trade because, again, you have the sustain.
It's the best counter pick that you can have. I mean, you have an AoE slow that you can just place inside the fight, and you have sustain. And WRS Alliance, they don't really have the damage, as we've mentioned earlier.
Yeah. I guess,
Okay.
maybe if they group up as 5, they will have the damage, but that's not happening. Even Yuji solo killing that Bane, punished for his transgressions, but
look at this.
The even greater punish! Here comes the backstab now. Snow trapped in a very bad spot as well as Ramen, but it seems like Bren Esports, they let go of their foot, they let them slip away. But no, it's actually
Even
just
Mortis.
a trap.
Even Mortis
Ramen.
is chasing Ramen down.
Where are you going? He's gonna
deny himself.
deny himself. No!
Oh!
Yuji's
Yuji
there.
just in time.
Yuji knows 5 seconds before that it will happen. He used the recall just in time.
He was actually dead.
Oh, okay, that's right.
He actually died.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's actually true. I forgot
yeah,
about
I mean, that was the best play. Like, they stalled it a bit, then they give Yuji the kill.
As a team, right?
And
Oh, a 3-man stun though.
No
Promising,
follow-up.
but Pain, look at the heals, man. It's just way too much.
Okay,
Just
we're
look
just
at
gonna
how-
stand
and
on
now,
your ulti Bane.
yeah, dude, it's like they have reached. Oh, look at this Rebo with the jump in, and of course the ultimate of Knife. Nate, I mean, is being taken out, and now Kenzu is gonna be the next in for Bren Esports.
I mean, okay, you got Rebo, you used the Divine Judgment, but what next? Are you gonna stop this push coming out from the side of Bren Esports? And it seems they will, but Bren Esports has another thing in mind.
Yeah, because they didn't in mind because they want to take down a Lord for sure. I mean the Turo, and as easy as that, they take it, and even increasing the deficit in this game.
And look at this thing coming out from the SS. I mean, I miss this hero a lot, but at the same time, if you're gonna fight, like, let's say, this lineup coming up from WRS Alliance,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer to go for an Estes. But Coco here almost falling very low,
No.
but the wall won't really block him.
And the heals, of
And the
course.
heals,
Just look at the item build here
just
for...
a walking fountain.
Yeah,
here.
walking fountain. Because of the mana region that he does have, there's a ton of mana region for sure. So look at the items. Even after using all of his heals, it doesn't seem like he's running out of mana anytime soon.
And Coco right now is just, just taking down the towers.
We're down. Coco being healed. Of course, the rest of the cavalry is here. But can they take out Coco? He's very mobile. He's able to take out the Bane. Now onto the backline. Skrok is here. It's being pummeled down by the members of Bren Esports. But the robbers are as lands. Will try to run away. Rebo kind of was the ultimate. But it's fine. It's just a zoning ultimate, I guess. So that Bren Esports can have a full retreat.
Okay, they just fought it out and they hope for the best for that Hurricane Dance. To be honest, it was really, what do you call this? A punch to the moon.
Yeah. It is a very ambitious play right there, coming out from Rebo. But they are staying here in the mid lane. With only the Martis, Coco's Martis, up top. Trying to shove the minion wave.
And look at this.
Yuji is setting up a trap. Gonna have to be very careful if you're WRS Alliance, especially after this. Look at this, Ramen have overstayed his welcome. He's being slowed down. Does have the flicker, but that is already a battle spell burned. And up top, Coco is just being way too aggressive against 3 members. He's diving through while the rest of the cavalry is taking out the tier 2 in the mid. Kenzu might have overstepped his grounds. Look at this, just to stay from this. It's just way too much. He's even surviving from it all. Kenzu dealing the damage, but they're just literally running away from the members of WRS Alliance. Gonna be a kill on the Akai though, as Bren Esports are punished, semi-punished.
And Bane got the tower on the bottom lane. They're actually punished Bren Esports.
Yep, I agree right there. May have the sustain, but Bren Esports, a little bit of overstepping right there in the mid lane, costing them a tower.
They should actually go for the Lord right now, but Coco getting caught out. If he gets caught right here, if he gets taken down, this is going to be a free Lord for WRS Alliance, but they still want more. Yuji here falling very low, but the heals from Estes will be enough to sustain him for the coming team fight.
3 versus 4 in the mid lane. These Bren Esports are quite clumsy in the previous minutes that we have. They have to be more careful, I would say. They still have the lead. They still have the momentum, but anytime it can go in the direction of WRS Alliance if they aren't that careful.
Yeah, and to be honest, if you ask me right now, it seems that Bren Esports is actually getting control. To be honest, I mean, the WRS Alliance got the tower on the bottom lane, and in terms of tower advantage, I mean, I think they have the better standing here, but Bren Hayes getting caught out, but the heals are just way too much.
Kenzu jumps in, Yuji runs away. But there's a very good positioning now into the middle. Kenzu goes in, but Ramen is already compromised. He has to run away. It's very low in terms of health. He has to run away from the rest of Bren Esports, but Hayes wants to go in. He's actually being pulled back. In comes Kenzu as well, but that is going to be a kill onto Hayes. In exchange is the Rock. Rek wants to go for the damage, but he can't do it. Yuji takes him away, and that is a double kill for Coco. Was punished though, as that is going to be a kill onto the Lunox. So 2 for 3 actually in the favor of WRS Alliance.
And still, no one can get the Lord. I mean, both of the teams want to win that certain skirmish or that certain clash, so that the walls or the gates to the Lord will be open without contest. But right now, looking at the item, it seems to me that everyone is getting a fair share of gold.
Yeah.
But Bren Esports, it's really uncharacteristic of them to actually just have a 2k gold lead at this stage of the game.
No, it is.
It's very uncharacteristic.
It's very uncharacteristic that they are diving too deep in these kinds of skirmishes.
Yeah, I do get the idea of the lineup, but they should actually be more conservative right now. They don't really have enough burst damage to take down the heroes from the side of WRS Alliance, because that's the thing. I mean, the damage output from Bren is better than WRS Alliance, but WRS Alliance is way tankier.
No, that's right. But the sustain though from Bren Esports, something that you cannot take for granted. Is up top. Red wants to go for Coco. Actually, that is not gonna be enough. So now Bren Esports, they have rethought their strategy. They said that maybe because we can't win the team fights, maybe we shouldn't be taking them anyway. So let's try to split the map first. And it so far is working in their favor. Now they found a lone Grok in here, but that is a very tanky hero. Gets away into safety.
He will use his ultimate to get away.
Yep.
It's better than losing a Grok, because Grok in theory and paper for this WRS Alliance is very important just because the power of nature damage. You need it, and Kenzo getting caught out.
Oh no, that is bad. Immortality is popped, but Kenzo is gonna be slain nonetheless. Now Ramen being caught by Pain up onto the left side. The double kill already. Now Ramen trapped in a very bad spot. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Fortunately for himself, Bren wants to go for the Hardy, and there is the shutdown. So that is the Kaya surviving, but the crucial members of WRS Alliance dying in his place, and this opens up the Lord for sure.
And I mean, Bane might probably go for the steal here, but he will just be, you know, he knows that he doesn't have his ultimate, so he's not really gonna force it. And Bren now is back into the lead. This is the Bren Esports we know. It's a 35,000 versus a 30,000 vote for WS Alliance and Bren Esports, and now it's like 6K only.
Yep.
This is the Bren Esports we know.
Yeah, and now the Lord has been summoned up top, with Martis already up there, and Rebo as well as Pain eyeing to transition into pushing down the bottom. So this is just the very methodical way of winning the fights. If winning the game. If you can win fights, sure you're gonna lose some, but when you learn that you can't take the team fights, don't take it. Look for solo pickups and force your opponents to make the wrong decisions. And that's exactly what happened in this game. Bren Esports are losing the fights, but when they identified their win condition, which was to pick off and then take the fight from there, they have methodically won this game. Let's see how they can finish it.
And the Lord is just chomping down the tower. Kenzu just trying to stop them on their tracks, but the tower will still go down. Kenzu will go down next, and here comes Rebo with the Hurricane Dance. The Hurricane Dance will actually shut down Rek, and here comes Coco going in, and the kill is there. The dashes are there, just running around like crazy, and another kill here for the Martis. Belleric will go down, but Estes will take down that Kaya, and I guess this is it. 2-0, another 2-0 for the day.
Another 2-0 for the day, as Bren Esports are just doing what Bren Esports does. The cheapy around. The casual suicide, but it is what it is. It is the Bren Esports that we learn to love.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I mean, these are very unusual strategies that we don't really see from other teams. And I think this is the creative flavor that both teams can bring. I mean, there was this certain point of the game that I thought WRS Alliance can take it, just because they were stalling the game. And I've said earlier that it was very uncharacteristic of Bren to actually not end the